It's not what we asked for, but it's what we're getting. If you don't realize this yet, the digital ID surveillance structure is completely being rolled out and is happening fast, like right now. Starmer mentioned it last year that if you don't have digital ID, you're not going to have a job.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free-of-charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
And now King Charles is talking about how they're rolling out the digital ID system.
My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
And this meeting with Xi Jinping is not a coincidence. Trump brought all his tech bros with him, and they are installing this overarching surveillance system for the world. And all these countries that seem to be at odds with one another, they're not. Most of these countries are working together, even though they look like they're opposing each other. And the only countries that are really opposing this entire system are those that have a rule of law based on religion. Countries like Iran. And so those are the countries that are going to be resisting this the most, of course, because they believe that the rule comes from a higher power, not from the governing body. And if you don't want to participate in this system, I honestly think it's too late. Like, you've been a part of digital ID for years. Every time you unlocked your phone, every time you did a Google search, every time you left the country, every single thing that you've done that involves technology has involved a surveillance component for years and years and years. And so all of the information that these systems need to understand who you are and what you look like are already fully constructed. It's pretty obvious if you just look at all the data centers they're building that they're clearly not for just processing our AI transactions. You know, like, there is a clear focus. We're going to be the AI capital of the world. We're going to be the surveillance capital of the world. And it's going to be headquartered out of DC under the ballroom. This is the advancement towards a one world government. This is going exactly to plan. And you had to be a conspiracy theorist to believe that this was happening a number of years ago. And now you have to be a conspiracy theorist to think that it's going to work out okay. And actually, as a conspiracy theorist, self-proclaimed, I believe there is a path where this actually works out. But it requires you to think like a complete crazy person to believe that to be true. So I'll be happy to go down that rabbit hole with you in another video here later. But in the meantime, you have to start asking yourself the question, what am I willing to accept? And what am I willing to fight for?
I saw that video from Decoded Propaganda, and it's just so interesting how after Charles and Trump had met, directly, it seemed like almost directly after, now we're having Charles just out of nowhere talk about how people over in the United Kingdom will get the digital ID. What happens in the United Kingdom will eventually make its way to the States. It's going to encompass the world. This is how they're going to get their final and complete control, is through making everything digital, especially the currency. You control the currency, you control the world. You didn't get the jab, you made a meme online that they didn't like, they'll just shut your wallet off until you get some type of retraining.
Purchased hundreds of thousands of books, scanned them, and then destroyed them all. And now there's evidence saying that they never wanted the public to know this. Welcome back to episode 7 of Conspiracy Time. And today we're talking about how AI, specifically Anthropic, is actually going to be in control of all of the information that you have access to and why that's concerning. Anthropic, the AI that over half of the world is using right now, has been caught actually buying up over hundreds of thousands of books in an effort to destructively scan, as they call it, all of the books in the world. The problem is they're also destroying them after they scan them. Maybe you don't think that's sinister, but what about the internal memo that says that we don't want the public finding out that we are doing this? The program is called Project Panama, where all of the AI companies are buying up hundreds of thousands of books, they're scanning them into their systems, and then they're destroying them, making it completely impossible for you and I to go find those books. Or what about this? The fact that one of the co-founders actually was caught downloading a ton of pirated books from shadow libraries, and there's internal emails that says just in time. The fact is that AI, the AI that all of us are using to answer millions of questions, is being shaped by the books that these people are selecting. It's ideas curated by specific individuals. They're not doing everything. They're just hand selecting ones that they feel is appropriate. And that is going to shape the ideologies of everyone using AI. This next generation is actually being programmed to know what to think, to know what to say. The ideologies, the ideas, all of that is being curated by certain individuals, which is a severe problem. So what do? So now I think is the time to start actually stocking up your libraries with physical hard copy books and forcing our children to read books that challenge their ideas, that give them different perspectives, that make them see different ways of thinking. There is a mass objective to form our next generation, our children, into exactly what they want them to be. So what are your thoughts? Do you think this is a mass conspiracy that is coming for our children and shaping them into the next generation of robots and zombies to do exactly what they want them to do? Or do you think this is just them making an online library? What do you think? I want to know.
That video came from Rachel Moore's Health, and just hearing that how AI is deleting books, deleting parts of books, really makes me think of the Mandela effect. Is it possible that an older AI can go back and delete or alter things altogether? But in this case, with it being books, it's always good to continue buying paperback books, physical books, not digital, because as you can see, they are altering things, deleting things in real time, deleting history, deleting text.